Now let's set up our environment, and this part is of the code editor. Code editor is a program where we're going to write our code to make our pages. For now, we can keep using our old browser. We don't need to open the Chrome, and we simply have to click here on the search bar and write Visual Studio Code. This is the code editor that we are going to be using. If you already have a code editor and you feel that you're comfortable with the code editor that you already have, you can simply leave that code editor, because what really matters is the fact that we write the same code. Click here on the first link. Okay, if you want to read what's here, all of this, you can take time to read, but what really matters for us is this part. We can install the Visual Studio on Windows, Linux or Mac machine. You have the Visual Studio Code for the Windows 7, 8, 10 and 11 version. We have for the Linux Debian and Red Hat, Fedora and SUSE right here. We have for the Mac here also. So you have to download the best option for your computer. If you are using a Mac, you can download the universal version, which I think is going to work both for the Intel and the Apple Silicon, or you can download for the Intel chip, or you can download simply for the Apple Silicon. But if I were using a machine of this one Mac having the Intel machine, I would directly download the Intel chip. If I were using the Apple, I would simply download here for the Apple Silicon, yes. And here I'm not using a Linux. If you're using a Linux, make sure that you find the best option for you right here, or you can simply click here on Deb if you're using Deb and you don't know what is the architecture here, if it's the 64 bits ARM or ARM64, and you don't need to worry about the extensions. It's going to download the extension that's going to select for you by default. If you're using RPM, okay, you can also come here. If you're using Windows, as I'm doing, okay, you have the work more facilitated, because I'm going to show you how you can manually select the version according to your architecture, if you're using ARM 32 bits or the 64 bits. But I can even not show you. We can simply download the best option by simply clicking here, because Microsoft is going to select for us the best option. Okay, I'm using a 64 bits machine, and you're going to see it's going to download the 64 bits automatically. Here we have 64 bits and it's downloading. I'm going to cancel because I already have this file in my computer, and I'm going to show you where it is. It's here in the desktop, so locate the file downloaded and click on that file, because we want to start with the installation process. If you're using a different machine, so it's not going to be difficult, because this is easy to be installed. It's just next, I agree, and so on. The first option, I agree, it's in Portuguese. Don't worry, we're going to be using the same languages on the next section until the end of this course. Next, which is Próximo, and here you're going to select the path where you want to install what? This software. I'm not comfortable with this path of C users, the name Delta data, local programs and so on, so I'm going to change. What I have to do here is to look for the place where I want to install. I have here program files x86. I'm going to click on OK and leave a next. Okay, say yes, next, click here, click and click next, install, and it's preparing to install. It's installing, extracting the archives. Okay, let's wait. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to just come back when everything is successfully done right here. It was so fast, and here we can start the Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to click here on finish. Okay, let's wait. I'm not using a high-end computer, so I'm not going to worry about how fast it is comparatively to yours, because if you're using a high-end computer, this is going to run so smoothly. Okay, here it's still processing. I'm going to pause it and just come back when it finishes processing this. It's already opening the project that we are going to be building in this course, but I don't want to show you this. So what I'm going to do, at the end of the day, you're going to understand all of these stuff that you see here. This document is so huge, but don't worry, because this is not what I want to show you right now. I already have this opened and formatted with this color as the theme because I use Visual Studio and I had some configurations already here in my computer. Probably when you open your Visual Studio, if it's the first time that you install, you're going to have this window. So I'm going to close this one and show you the window that you will probably have. I'm not sure, but if you install and it opens, that's what really matters at this moment. Okay, you may have this window saying new file, open folder. You see right now everything is in English. That's perfect. Okay, if you are not using the same theme as I am here, what you can do is simply come here to extensions or simply click Ctrl+Shift+X. Okay, let's wait. Here I'm going to show you the extensions that I have installed. I have installed the community material theme, the fluent icons, the live server material icons, prettier code formatter, and SCSS formatter. The extensions are optional and you may not have, but if you want to have this theme, let me show you the different colors that we have here. Maybe you're not seeing, so let me come here and say set color theme. If I use my navigator, you can see I'm changing the theme color. If you want to have the same theme that I have or any of these themes, make sure that you are going to be downloading this community material theme. All you have to do is come here and search the extension. Write this theme, please. Okay, let me change here and use a beautiful one. I was using this one, but I think this one is beautiful now. Yeah, this one I'm going to accept. Look for material theme icons because it's going to leave your IDE with the representations of the icons according to the extensions of the files that we're going to be writing. But if you don't install any of these extensions, okay, that's not a problem. We are going to still have our computer running everything how it should. This is just for some, I can say, luxury in our IDE, and it's not needed if we simply want to develop, so don't worry. But if you want to have this theme beautiful, that's what we have to do about the installation of the code editor. Any question, you know where to post and I'm going to make the effort to answer.